Hello, my name is Markham Matoshevich from Markham3D.com and Aussies and Dragons.com. In this video, we're going to be creating the Fallout entrance, or my take of it. We'll be using Blender, Substance Painter, and getting it into Unreal. Okay, so in this section, let's try and make this the main door. So I'm going to go off that one Blender unit is 1 meter, and I think I'm going to make this door 3 meters big. So first I'm going to do is Shift A, Mesh, Circle, and oops, start again. Shift A, Mesh, Circle. Now there are 9 points on the cog, and so that means there's 9 high points and there's 9 low points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 18, and so I kind of want that cog effect. What I'm going to do now is select every secondary vertice, and I'm going to scale it in. Okay. From here, I'm going to select all, and I'm going to extrude down the Z-axis. Let's select all with double tap on the A, and I'm going to go into Edge, Alt, Shift, right click, and right click to deselect those top vertices. And from here, I'm going to do Control B, and there we have our cog. Sick. Now I do want it to be 3 meters, so what I'll do is I will keep it in the center, but it's got to go down to about here-ish. So let's just expand it, and so now we've got a 3 meter door. It's got 1.5, 1.5. I do want to keep this in the center, just so the pivot point's there in the middle. So that's where it's going to be rotating from. Let's go. What are we going to do from here? So we've got our cog. What we will do is I'm going to do Shift A again. I'm going to add in another circle, and we've got our 18 points. However, I've now doubled the vertex count, so I need 18 times 2, which is 36. I'm going to try this. I don't think it's going to work. I will get rid of all these vertices here. Double select both of them. I'm going to do Control E and bridge edge loops. I don't think it's going to work. Oh, didn't work too bad actually. Let's just try and rotate that around so it kind of lines up. Probably about there-ish. That actually worked really well. Size Z 0. So now we've got very much a flat surface. I might just spin it around a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. So now we've got our cog. We've got our inner loop. What I'll do is I'm going to extrude, bring this in, and then this bit here will come out a bit. Extrude, scale, bring it in a bit. Let's bring it in quite a bit more. Extrude, scale, because that bit there is going to come out. Sorry. Extrude, and I'll bring that in. And then what I'm going to do is just to pretty it up, I will face, and then I'm going to subdivide that point, and then I'm going to make all these quads. Now, for the reason for that is rather than having one giant face with a whole bunch of vertices attached to it, it's just going to make the mesh look a lot cleaner. So I'm just going 1, 1, 2, 3, which is 4 vertices per face, which is exactly what we want. Later on, when we put this in probably Unreal, we will try to put it Unreal. Hopefully everything's going to look nice. So this is what we've got. I'm going to select this edge loop here and this edge loop here. Let's extrude that out a bit. Okay. I won't put a bevel in just yet. I'm going to grab this layer here, and let's bring that down. How does that look? Looks semi-okay. That's fine. Extrude that down the Z axis. All right, nice. Now from here, what I'm going to do is just going to give it a little bit of depth. So I actually think, how am I going to do this? I kind of want to add a little bit more depth in this one. So I'm going to do an edge loop here. I'm going to control B to do a little bevel and bring that down. So from here, I can select this, G, Z, and then so we've got just that little bit of extra depth. I'm going to do double tap A and flip the normals. So now we can see that the normals are facing the right way. It doesn't have that dark shader. And from here, I don't know. There's a lot of pictures online. I'm just trying to work out what are we going to go for. So what I'll do is I'll just bring this window that I'm observing. We can do kind of like a bar thing straight away, or should we just do straight bars or these inserts here like we got here? I think just for the sake of simplicity, I think, you know what, let's do this. I'm going to kind of do this pin type thing. So what I'll do is I'm going to grab this one, Shift D. I'm going to just scale that down a little bit. And let's bring that up here. E to extrude. Let's come back up the top. And scale, Shift Z, because I don't want to scale on the Z axis. Actually, that might be a little bit too much. There we go. I'm going to grab this. And I'm just going to move that GY on the Y axis straight into there. Alright, so now let's bring these faces down. I think that's a bit too wide. Size X. Size X. How does that look now? So that doesn't look too bad. Is that face is rather close there, so let's bring it down a little bit further. And whoops, get both these faces. Let's bring it down even further. And what I'll do is I'll grab these two faces and let's bring that right down. And then from here I can bring this down as well. So Control L7. Now I want to rotate around this pivot point. So I'm going to come down here into the pivot center, 3D cursor. I will do Shift D, rotate by 40. I'm going to select both of these now, Control L, Shift D, rotate by 80. And let's select both of these, Shift D, rotate by 160. And then I just need to do one more. Why are these off? Control L, rotate by 40. These are well off. Are my calculations wrong? I wouldn't have thought so. Let's just have a look. So I'm going to do Shift D, Shift D. Let's rotate. So that's 40. Oh, my first number was wrong. 40. Shift D, rotate 40. Yeah, so what I must have done is 45 as per normal. Shift D, rotate 40, 80. Oh boy, 120? 120. Shift D, rotate 120. And so now we've got our pins. So that doesn't look too bad. So what I'll do is I'll select all, Control N, we'll flip those normals again. And so this is what we're looking at. What I will do is add in a Bevel Modifier. That's a little bit too strong. And anything go above the angle of 30, let's smooth it. And what I will do is come up into this data display, object data, and auto smooth anything above 30 degrees. So that's looking quite nice. So if we go back to our images, so we've got this. So right now it's looking pretty schmick. I'm happy with how that looks. So from here, let's create the outer wall. So I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to grab this, Shift D, and then what I'll do is P to separate by selection. So now this edge here is its own mesh. Let's go into edge mode, extrude, and then right click to recenter it. And then I'm going to scale it. Control L, G, Z. What we will do is that is flat, but I will extrude on the x-axis. There we go. Yeah, to me that looks pretty good. Obviously the floor will be here, and at the moment we are looking from top-down view. And I am in orthographic mode, so that's numpad 5. So this is perspective, this is orthographic. What I will do is I'm going to delete these back faces because I don't want those back faces right now. All I'm concerned about is the front. This is what we're looking at. Okay, from here, what's the best way? What's the best way to smooth this out? Let's just get some reference photos again. So for instance, what do we got? What do we got here? So this is very much a circle, but that looks like some fan art. Can't actually see some good screenshots. This is some dude building it. Here, what does this look like? So this could be from Fallout 3 maybe. Okay, cool. So that's fine. What we will do is I'm going to go back on what I said. I'm going to do Shift D face, Shift D, Shift D. Alt right click on that face to get the edge loop, delete faces, Control L, and what I will do is bring that back down to Z0. And I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to delete these faces, these vertices. Let's go Shift A, circle. What do we got? Control L, scale. And let's select these again. Control E, bridge edge loops. Cool, that worked. Rotate. And I'm just trying to line it up. So for instance here, that looks pretty parallel, that looks pretty parallel. I'm happy with that. Okay. So from here now, I've got this circle. I can extrude on the Z axis. Oops, did I do everything just then? Extrude on the Z axis. Bring that up, GZ. Yeah, cool. Okay, so from here, what are we going to do? We're going to try and kind of build a bit of a wall. So Shift A, let's go plane. I'm going to dump this here. I will add in a mirror modifier. And let's just do a little bit of editing. So go from here, and then I can expand this up. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to delete these vertices and then mirror as well on the y-axis, so I'm covering all this area. So let's bring this up. I'm going to go back into medium point. All right, here, probably about here on the x-axis. Let's go to clipping, so these two vertices join together, and we'll bring that in there. Let's bring that and that. That way we've got these faces can be joined, and so we are now building up our wall. All right, too easy. I'm going to make that a little bit wider. From here, what I might do is, because I want to work from front view, I'm going to rotate X by 90. I'm going to select everything, rotate X by 90, and let's bring that up to here. Actually, we'll make the bottom of the circle, the bottom of the door, so probably about here. That's the bottom of the door. And now let's make some panels. So I'm going to do Control R, and let's just put in an edge loop here, an edge loop here. I'm going to select these two edges, bring that across. This here. Let's go Control B to do a bevel. And then I'll put an edge loop in here, GY, and then kind of make a bit of an indent, and then I'll press V just to rip that. So let's come up into here, Control B. I'll use the mouse wheel up again. That way it auto puts in that extra bevel. Let's go GY V to rip. So we're already starting to see what we're kind of looking at. I will put another edge loop here, Control B, just make a small one, middle mouse wheel up. Let's select that, GY V to rip. All right, cool. So that's slowly but surely getting there. The way I want the room to look now is I want a kind of like a pillar here that triangles in at 45 degrees. So Shift A, let's go cube, mirror modifier, let's go mirror on the X. I think we want the Y maybe. Let's have a look. Nope, on the X. And I'm going to rotate 90 degrees. Whoops, sorry. Rotate 45 degrees on the Z. Come on, rotate Z 45. There we go. And let's just bring that in a bit. Scale on the Z axis. We might as well try and clean this up a little bit. Delete face. Delete, delete. Did I delete the right face? Beautiful. Face. Technically I can get rid of that face as well. I'm just going to put an edge loop in there. Control B. Mouse wheel up. If I do Control minus, there we go. And what we can do here is we can just guesstimate. But I think as well Alt S might work. Yes. And then V to rip that. There we go. So we kind of got this panel as well. Control L, G. I'm just going to, oh, come on. Select both of them. GY, GX. I'm kind of just going to line that up there. What we might do is extrude. That's not going to work. Let's get those faces there and just extrude. Just so then we've got kind of like a gap in there. So it kind of gives that little bit of depth. Mirror modifier, beautiful. That's working fine. Let's Shift D. I'm just going to duplicate it. Rotate 90 degrees. And let's kind of line that up. Let's do some clipping. Okay. So how can we match this up? This corner goes to here. Alt M to last, I believe. That does not look nice. So let's, now if I do remove doubles, it will bring those two together, but that's fine. I just want to fix this problem. And what I'll do is Control R to put an edge loop in about here. And then that way I can do this and merge these two together. Alt M at last. Is that lining up? It is not lining up. Okay. That was the problem before. It wasn't lining up. So I'm just going to move these up. GZ. Let's put it there. There we go. Alt M last. Let's go Alt M last, and unfortunately that's like that now. However, let's just bring it up manually, and so we've got this Alt M last. Let's bring that up, bring that up, and that means now technically I can get rid of these vertices and then reconnect these face. And so now we've kind of got this really cool looking border, which is exactly what I was going for. From here, what can we do? We can cheat, is what we can do. Let's grab these two. I'm not gonna grab that. Oh, I probably should. Actually, what I'll do is if I were just to pull this across, it would be okay. But what I'm gonna do is bring it out a little bit further, which it already is, so that's fine. And I just want to make sure this one's out a little bit further, which doesn't exist. Face, push that one up a bit. Alright, and good. Extrude Y. And let's see how big are we making this room at the moment. So we've got 1 meter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's keep it at 10. Minus 10. Alright. So that looks nice. Let's now just do some paneling. Select these two, Control B, mouse wheel up, Control minus, Alt S, and go the other way. Alright, nice. And we'll put that in there. Let's put another few edge loops in here. And bring that across. So I can do this. Control B. Okay. There's a vertice just over here that's not playing nicely, so I didn't grab that one. Just bring that along. Control B. Mouse wheel up. Forget about it. Alt S. And scale that out. Alright. And what are we going to do from here? Let's do the same thing. But rather going that way, let's go the other way. And once again, did the same thing. Okay, Control B. Mouse wheel up. Control minus. Alt S. Beautiful. Alright, let's put kind of edge loop in here as well. Control B. Expand it out a little bit. Mouse wheel up. Control minus. Alt S. Alright. Nice. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about this wall at the moment, so I'm just going to hide it. I'm just going to move it to layer 2. And from here, Shift S, cursor to center, make sure it's on the center. I'm just going to add in a mesh down the bottom here, and let's try and make the floor. So the floor is about there. And we went 10 meters. Let's just bring back level 2. That's not enough. All right. Okay. What are we going to do fancy for this? Let's put this in here. Control B. In like this. And what I'm just going to do is kind of make a small little groove. GZ. And then that way I can actually bring this up a little bit higher. And what we'll do is, let's do the same thing we did on the walls. Just going to put a few edge loops in. And actually, I'm just going to make all these Control B. Mouse wheel up. Left click. Control minus. Alt S. The other way. Alright. And then I'm going to select all these, press I, Control B, and let's just do a small little bevel, mouse wheel up, Control minus, Control Z, Control minus, dang it. Alright, let's do it all manually then. So I'm just going to quickly go through and select these. And what we're going to do is, I'll fix that up now, move the floor over a bit. Going to make kind of like little floor panels. I think would be the best way to put it. Okay, we're getting there. How many more? One more. Okay, Alt S, and down you go. V to rip. Let's bring this across as well, just a little bit further. Alright. So, this is what our floor's looking like. What I'm just going to quickly do just for funsies is put in this light. Oh, how's it going to look? I don't think that's going to be enough. Use nodes, 100%, 100. Maybe Let's leave it at 100. And I'm going to go just to rendered. Just have a look what it looks like. So it doesn't look too bad. I'm actually pretty happy how that's looking so far. Okay. That's cool. Should I just leave it like this, or should we go a little bit further? I do like this gap, but I think I'm not going to keep that gap. I will extend it a bit more into the walls. Size X. No. Let's get rid of these. B, middle mouse button to deselect those vertices. Alright. Cool. Good. I do feel like there should be more objects in here. Anyway, not to worry. So what I'm going to do is do lazy method, and I am just going to UV unwrap this quickly. U, smart UV project. This is going to be, I'm just going to quickly name them, mesh, roof, and wall. Let's go. This will be mesh underscore floor, mesh underscore door. Ooh, this is door frame. Mesh underscore door. Okay. So let's do just a really quick lazy way. UV, smart UV unwrap. UV editing. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, that's fine. Let's go. See, we can get away with quite a bit because that's currently inset into the door. So I'm going to be slightly lazy, and I'm just going to go Control L. I'm going to select these. I'm going to do U, project from view with bounds, and so now that covers up that whole area. I'm going to hide these, and with these I'm going to go U, smart UV project, and that means as well that technically, because these are, no, they're not in the door, what I will do is let's deselect B and get rid of all these back faces because we don't need them. Select, delete faces, and now I can go UV. Yeah, let's just do that. Smart project, scale, and let's go Alt H, Control L. Let's scale that a little bit. G. I'm going to grab these, Control L. I'm going to grab these, Control L. I hate you. Why is that being selected? I don't know. Control L. Control L. Control L. Ah, stuff you. So with these, let's just deselect these. Control B. G. Rotate 90. G. And let's do Control L, hide that again. Rotate 180. Nope, rotate 90 minus G. Let's bring that back in the corner. Alt H. Control L. Let's just bring that. Alright, that seems to be lined up pretty good. Okay, so that one's done. Hide this bit here. We can get rid of all these back faces. Delete faces. And what we can do as well here is let's just push these in. Cool. U, smart UV. Unwrap. So we've got quite a bit of wasted space. I'm just going to exit Steam because we don't need that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a few relief cuts, and then hopefully that'll just split up the mesh a little bit. Control E, mark seam. UV, Smart UV Unwrap. There we go. So that's given us a little bit more. And with this one, what I will do is go back into default. I will enable the mirror modifier. And with that, UV project from bounds. Let's check what that's in the UV editor like. Stop it. That's fine. Alright, what else we got? And I think we've done everything else. So what I'm just going to quickly do now is Alt-H. Let's select this. I'm going to do create a new material, matte underscore door. Matte underscore door frame. Ah, you jerk. Caps lock. Matte underscore door frame. Matte underscore floor. And matte underscore, what did I say? Roof and walls. Alright, sick. Alright, now let's go file, file, file. Save as. Temp. We will call this Fallout door. Okay, from here we go select our objects. What's this plane? Oh, missed that one. Mesh underscore front wall. Matte underscore front wall. Beautiful. File, export, FBX, and we will Fallout door. We want to export selected objects. Export. And now we've got to open Steam back up. Let's see if Substance Painter wants to open. Okay, so from here we go File, New, Unreal Engine 4, Select, Cancel. Let's go 4K. Let's live it up a little bit. Fallout door. Okie dokie. Oh, what? File, export, FBX, Fallout door. Let's try again. File, new, discard, select, Fallout door. Okay. And it's saying down here, the floor has no mesh, even though I thought I did it. Whatevs. U, projection view with bounds, save, export FBX. Let's just select everything again. Go away camera, go away lamp, select everything, file, export, FBX, Fallout door. Let's go again, file, discard, file, new, 4K, select, Fallout door, okay. What do you mean? Slightly frustrating. Let's just check this again. What? You project with view. Select all. Save. Export FBX. Fallout door. File new. Discard. Select. Select. Fallout door. 4K. Okay. Alright, so this is what we're looking at. Let's have a look at the matte. Oh, jeez. Rename. Matte underscore door. Alright. Okay, what are we looking at? So, what can we do? Smart materials, nope. Let's just go smart materials, and I want a steely, make steel. I actually do want predominantly, most of this is going to be steel. Still loading. Cool. Door frame. I want that to probably be a dark steel. The floor most definitely be another steel. When it loads, it's nice. Okay. Let's go maybe this steel. Front wall. Oh my goodness. Let's go front wall, can have that steel. Roof and wall. You can have that as well. Now I think I'm going to have to put something over the top of that. So if we go steel painted, and we'll change the color. So at the moment, I got steel painted. However, I've got this terrible effect on here. So what we can do is I can go bake textures, and I don't need world space. I don't need ID. I just need normals and ambient occlusion. Bake all texture sets. So let's just quickly let this go. So that did not do as I wanted. So I'm going to first work on the door. So let's work on the door. I'm going to throw in the machinery one, because I do like the machinery one, being previously a fitter and turner. Alright, cool. Let's now move in a bit. How about we hide everything else, and that way we can just focus on the door. Oh my goodness, there we go. Alright, so from here I want to create a white mask, and so now I've got my paintbrush on, and we want it to go to black, which is what we've got. So let's go project. I want a caution. We'll do that one afterwards, which is fine. We can work that out later. Now I want to kind of do some wear and tear. And how do we seed? See, that keeps it the same. Control Z. Now what I need to do is change the angles. Alright. And so this is obviously going to be very dirty all the way up and around here. And so, yeah, just trying to add just that little bit of wear and tear around the place. Let's put that one up there. Probably one of them. There we go. And so we can see that we've got the steel starting to come through. Put that in there. All right, where do we go from here? So these pins here were made out of steel. So what I can do is come up to this selection tool. I want to select the polygons because I know I separated them all out individually. So let's select this one. Whoops, got to make it black. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, so now those are all steel. And so what we'll do is let's add in another white mask. Turn that black. I want to go back to my paintbrush. And I want to find a third color that goes underneath that. So do we have some sort of old iron? Let's go old iron. No, come out of there. There we go. Come back up here. Back to the alphas when it loads. And we'll go back into the smudges. Oh, beautiful. That looks nice. All right. Very pretty. I do want to kind of grind it out in here a little bit, so I'm going to come back up into the machinery area and probably just put some splotches. And put some splotches up there. And just adding some nice general wear and tear. Now I don't have any number alphas, so I think I might just be super lazy and let's just dump. Let's find a painted smart material. Steel painted. No, I want like a black. No, not that one. Steel painted. I'm going to put it up the top here. I'm going to add in a black mask. Set the paintbrush to white. And so now when I jump into the alpha and just throw in the radioactive symbol, which I have now lost. We're getting there. Seriously, it's not that hard. Atom. And I'm just going to plop that one there. Okay. Let's bring this down. I want the metal to be a dark grey. There we go. Cool. And what I'll do now is let's go back into the smudge. Or the spray. Let's go into the spray. Let's go into the paintbrush tool. Let's make sure we've got the mask selected. I want to go to black spray. And it kind of just smudged that out a little bit. Beautiful. That's not too bad. So now when I add in the door frame, let's go now jump over to the door frame. And so from here we got Dark Age Steel. Let's put in another, maybe over the top. Let's put in Dark Steel Dark Stained. Beautiful. Add in that white mask again. Come on, you can do it. Let's go painting up here. We've got our white mask that goes to black. And let's go back on the alphas, the grunges. Oh, beautiful. I can do grungy like this. Alright. That doesn't look right, does it? So let's just kind of rearrange that. Beautiful. Okay, grunge. Back to the black. Do some different rotations. Just so it doesn't all look the same. And let's rotate again. Bring that up there. Bring that up over here. And bring that down. Oops. Okay, let's do some work up the top. Alright, so as you can see, we're just kind of just putting some wear and tear here and there and everywhere. Huh, nice. Okay, floor. Oh, it's very shiny, isn't it? So let's put in another color I do liked. Let's just put in, oops, I'm not even on floor. Let's go back to floor. Steel gun material. That can be the black. And then let's just go nuts and just start really, really going to town on it. Right click, add white mask. Selected. Let's go grunge. What happens if I do that? Nothing. That's not what I want. I did want... How do I work out how to do rotation? I don't know, but that's fine. Let's just scale it up. Let's just be a little bit lazy. We'll bring that back. Stroke opacity, that's fine. Flow, yes. It's a little bit too small. Alright. So, I mean, it's all coming together pretty good. And let's just go a little bit dirt. Actually, yeah, let's throw some dirt on there. Do I have a dirt? Do I have a dirt? Texture, dust, dirt. Yeah, buddy. So I'm going to put that on the over the top. Right click, add a black mask. And then we can kind of paint in the dirt. So we've got black, so it's got to be white. And just put some schmutz about the place. Why is my dirt not coming through? Oh boy. Okay, let's try the dirt thing again. Dust, maybe? Come on. What have I done? Fine stuff here. Go away. Cool. Right click, black mask. Okay, that should be fine. Whatevs. We're not going for awards. I do like that galvanized steel I had before. So let's put the medieval stuff up the top. What kind of brushes do we have? So I think that's going to be these. Beautiful. Let's add in our white mask. Black, cool. Alright. Spray paint. And that's looking pretty schmick, isn't it? I didn't even do much on that one. Okay, let's go onto the roof. And let's put in another material. Where's my grunge? Let's put in gunmetal steel this time round. Right click, add a white mask. We go black, grunges. Put some dirt in the top right. And this is all mirrored, I assume. Yep, cool. Let's put some grunge up the top here. Just really go to town. Let's get rid of the floor because the floor's annoying me. And we'll put some dirt. Just all about the place. Probably not the best idea to paint on the roof there as there is a seam. But whatevs. Let's go. I'm just going to leave it as is. Let's just start finishing this up. File. Export textures. Let's put it back onto the temp. I don't think it's in FBXs. Let's just create a new folder. Textures. Just dump them in here. Select folder. Do a little learn. Export. So now let's have a look at, so we're just in like a muck around scene that I do. So let's go through and start importing this stuff. So I'm going to come back over to my temp. I will come back into here, my Fallout door. Let's bring that in. And I'm just going to import all, just let it go. Beautiful. Let's come up to here, import textures. Let's get all these and let's just dump them in there. Come on. So we're just going to compile those shaders. So let's rename this mat_door. Okay, so let's create materials quickly. And so since we've come from substance, so we've got Fallout matte door. So we grab these three. Matte door, matte door. Yep, there we go. So those are the three that we take. So what are we looking at? So this is our normal, which is fairly straightforward. We go into our normal. Let's get rid of that base color. We don't need that. This is our base color. Okay, so from here we go, red channel goes to ambient occlusion. Blue channel goes to metallic, is it? Yes. And green goes to roughness. And so let's quickly do that for matte door frame. Let's get rid of this. Let's get these three up in here. What's this? You are everything. So red. Ooh, that one. And that one. Normal. Diffuse. Let's bring up the matte floor. Bring that over. Delete. Grab these three. Matte floor. Okay, first one. What are you? Ambient, metallic, and roughness. Normal, diffuse. Next one, front. Let's get rid of these. These three, front wall. Okay, what are you? You look like you're the normal. You're the diffuse. Ambient, roughness, metallic. Double click on these two. This last one. Okay, what do we got? Red, roughness, metallic, and you are the normal. You are the diffuse. So let's just quickly assign these mesh materials. Door. This one. This one. Oh, it's already assigned. Maybe because I gotta go save. Save. Okay, let's have a look. Good, 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 good. And the last one, good. So I can close all them. And what we will do is grab all 5 items, bring them in. Let's just dump them here. Let's rotate them. So I've got darkness. And we'll bring that through there. So that's obscured. Let's lift it up a little bit. Let's get our player character. Let's get our player character. Let's get our player character. There we go. And I'm just going to quickly dump it in the center of that scene. Come on. There we go. And in here. Now, if we just quickly press play. And there we have it. It's not too bad. I mean, it can obviously be improved. Let's throw in a light source. See if I can do that. Lights. Spotlight. Let's rotate it here. Let's rotate it here. Let's bump up the value to 500. Let's bump it up to 20,000. 2,000, 20,000. And let's just rotate that up a bit. Let's Alt left click and turn that around like that as well. Play. Now what does that look like? Textures probably could be better, but because I'm just quickly putting this together, That's fine. The roof probably shouldn't be as shiny. I don't think I've got the wrong shininess of material. It should all be brought down quite considerably. But other than that, should be right. And so the last thing I've done is just rebuilt the lighting. And yeah, doesn't look too bad. I mean, can obviously look a little bit better. Just quickly whip through it, but hey, not too bad. Please make sure you hit subscribe and like and share the videos, and it really help me out.